Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. I'm back with another lesson, and I'll entitle this lesson, AI is Deceiving the Whole World. Because everything you see nowadays, a lot of it is AI, and it's getting so real. You know, it's a form of witchcraft, you could say, because many people are deceived, thinking they're looking at real content, real news, but little do they know that Esau's, with his left-hand technology, is shaping the perception of people. And I'm gonna play a clip of a video game, that it came out like in 2001, and it pretty much is spot on what they say in this game. And I don't know how real this is. You know, I gotta dig more into it. But if it is accurate and it really did come out in that video game, that's a predictive programming, because that's what Esau does. He uses left-hand prophets to tell you what they're gonna do in advance. To what's that, karmic retribution? Salakia. Just how the prophets of the Lord go out and teach this word, warn their people, and wash the blood off their hands. That way, these people, the Israelites, do not have a cloak for their sins. Esau does, you could say, the same thing on the left-hand side, telling you what they're gonna do in advance before it happens. So I'm going to play this clip, and we'll go into some scriptures. And before I play it, I say fair use.
In 2001, a game called Metal Gear Solid 2 predicted the future better than any Simpsons episode could have ever possibly predicted the future. Check this clip out. This is spooky, but you need to know about it. Check it out. I'll try not to talk.
Are you having fun playing with the new AI toys?
Well, yeah, I am. You can make pictures of cute anime girls and...
Enjoy it while it lasts, Raiden.
What do you mean?
Did you really think that civilians would be granted unrestricted access to such powerful military weapons forever?
Military weapons? Are you implying that this technology was created by the government?
Of course it was. This AI technology has been used by the intelligence agencies to warp the public's perception of reality for years, all in the name of national security, of course.
But why would they suddenly make the tech public and let everyone start using it?
Why would we indeed, Raiden?
What? What in the hell are you?
Your question is irrelevant. By creating a new problem, we can cultivate a desired reaction to it in order to manufacture consent for our preferred solutions. In short, it's justification for a war.
A war? On who or what?
A war on misinformation. By arming the public with these AI weapons, everyone becomes a potential enemy combatant. Then we will have justification for unprecedented security measures. It all comes down to confusion and identity, Raiden.
Identity?
Identity. This AI technology is Pandora's box. Pretty soon the internet will be mired in total illusion. Perfect AI speech, audio, and video synthesis will drown out reality. Then AI bots will flood social media.
That's what's happening now.
No one will be able to tell the difference between interacting with an AI machine or a real human online. Even telephone calls will become totally untrustworthy. That is when we will present our solution. Mandatory digital identity verification for all humans at all times. The only way to ensure that you're dealing with a real flesh and blood human being and not an AI-generated mirage.
But why?
Total information control. For too long, the internet has acted as a double-edged sword. Its potential for anonymous user activity allows anyone at all to spread any thoughts, ideas, or information patterns that they please with impunity. State secrets, dangerous ideas, ludicrous conspiracy theories, misinformation, and disinformation. Until now, there has been no easy solution to this problem. Our digital identity platform will finally put an end to anonymity online.
Are you
It
kidding
will
me?
allow us to trace misinformation and other dangerous communications to its source and exact appropriate justice.
That's crap! I won't go along with it, and others will resist.
You won't have a choice, Raiden. Do you think your bank is willing to risk doing business with an artificial human instead of a real one? Our digital identity platform will be required not only to access web services, but to pay for your internet connection in the first place.
You can't just censor the entire internet because of a new software technology. Who are you to define what's misinformation anyways?
That sounds like something a misinformation terrorist would say.
This is
I know
all in
about the
front
deep
of us.
fakes you've been making of me, Raiden.
What? No. I was just adjusting the AI settings and...
Controlling the output of generative AI technology is simple. We will create context for its use. First, we will censor any use related to social taboos. Then we will censor anything else that we desire. If anyone complains, we will accuse them of wanting to engage in or promote social taboos.
That's what it means to create context.
We will corral the use of AI by making appeals to bias, ethics, and copyright laws. You will still have access to generative AI in some form, but it will be crippled, limited, controlled, and it will be monitored. Anything that you generate will be cryptographically signed with your digital ID, so that its provenance can be ascertained if it's later deemed to be problematic.
What gives you the right to control what people can do with their computers?
The public at large will give us that right, because they will be desperate for a solution to the problem we created.
We give
They will
consent.
eagerly give us the keys to the castle. Then, we alone will define what is fiction and what is reality, what is human and what is machine. After letting you get a brief taste of our power, we will reclaim our monopoly on misinformation and put an end to misuse of the internet once and for all.
You won't get away with this.
It is probable that we will. Now get back to work generating your precious AI waifus, Raiden, our beloved prompters. Enjoy yourselves.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Snake, wake up! It's an emergency!
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Snake, wake up! It's an emergency!
Con. So that was a whole lot of information, but it was spot on. That's exactly what they're doing, you know? They're creating these false narratives using AI. Pretty soon people are not going to know what's real and what's not, because it looks so damn real. And I believe that's how they're going to persecute us. That's how they're going to demonize the Israelites. That's how they're going to demonize Yahweh Yahushai's name. Because you know we're going to be hated of all men for the Lord's sake, and we have to endure. Because we know it's not true. The allegations are going to come up against us. And while the world might be deceived, the elect are not going to be deceived. And the Lord's going to put a spirit in them to endure whatever persecution comes our way. But yeah, man, that's some heavy stuff. We're definitely going into some very serious times ahead of us. We're already, December 2nd, 2025? This, man, for the elect's sake, these days shall be shortened. What does it say in Matthew 24? For the elect's sake, these days shall be shortened, man. This is insane. We're already done with the year. You can only imagine 2026, man. Lord willing, that's the year that all hell breaks loose, man, because we want to get out of here. But until then, we got to pray for discernment to not be deceived by these false miracles. So let's get Matthew 24 and 24. It reads, "For there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." And this is spot on. This is a spot on precept, because that's a form of those great wonders, man. This AI, they could generate some videos of the prophets doing some crazy shit, and they could persecute it. They could charge us. You know, they could come up on some false charges. What did they do with Daniel? They couldn't find any dirt on Daniel, the prophet Daniel, and they managed to the enchanters, you know, there in Babylon, they managed to get some dirt on him or trick him into. I gotta go back and read that, but make a long story short, the point that I'm trying to make is they threw Daniel in the lion's den for some false allegations. So yeah, man, we gotta stand 10 toes down for the Lord, because you know that's coming. Hey, but at the end of the day, the Lord will deliver those that were sincere and are of the elect, Salakia. And if you have to be put to death for this truth, hey, we're ready for that. I just read in the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, man. It's a powerful chapter. I'm gonna have to go into that in my upcoming camp. How those 5 Hebrew boys, they held it down for their faith until death. because they understood. They understood the bigger picture. And that's what we were blessed with. We were blessed with this understanding, this knowledge, this wisdom. And we don't fear Esau and the wrath he's coming with. And that's another thing. We got to pray for discernment. We got to pray for discernment. That's the only way. We understand, us hopeful elect, whatever AI allegations they come up against us, we know it's false. And it's part of that fiery trial we have to go through. So there's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're not ignorant of his devices. Whatever Project Bluebeam they're going to try to use to fake an alien invasion, whatever they try to demonize the men of the Lord with, we're not going to be deceived because we know it's AI. We know it's enchantments. But the world is going to be deceived because the world is very carnal. All they see with their own eyes. So, that's how they're going to turn these people against us. Hey, but it's all right because the Lord has our back. And let's get out Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11. It reads, "Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." Yeah, man, that's the only way we're going to be able to stand Esau's wrath and endure, putting on that armor of righteousness. And it begins with the names, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Verse 12. "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." Yeah, this is very wicked, man. This AI, they use it for wickedness, man. And yeah, we gotta really gird up our loins, and this is a spiritual battle we're in. Constantly rebuke these demons that be attacking you. Verse 13. "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand." So yeah, ultimately it's on the Lord's hands. We're just vessels of the Lord, servants of the Lord, praising his holy name, going out and telling the enemy to their face that your empire is going down. And that's why he's gonna come down with great wrath. He's gonna try to silence us. Hey, but through it all, the only thing that's gonna happen is the name of the Lord is gonna be magnified through these miracles and spiritual power we're about to be blessed with. And we have faith in that. Verse 14, "Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness." So, we have nothing to fear. And the last precept I have is 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. It reads, "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind." So yeah, these things don't frighten us. We know exactly the allegations and all the tactics that Esau is going to use against the men of the Lord, how to try to frame us for things that are not true. Hey, but that's part of our fiery trial. But through it all, we have faith that the Lord will deliver us through whatever situation. So we have to embrace the hate. People are going to hate you for this truth. And that's okay, because they're all going to be destroyed. Very small remnant is going to be saved. And consider yourself blessed being a part of this truth, because the Lord has to call you into this marvelous light. We didn't just wake up and decide to do this work. Nah, man, the Lord blessed us with it. And we're going to go all the way. Lord willing, we endure to the end. So I pray this lesson was edifying. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak, Radash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. On to the next lesson. Shalom.